Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome to Russian Horror Story. This game is a visual novel, a Russian visual novel, just like the last one, Spokojno, which I played in episode before this. And this game came out earlier for the same company. And this is based on a true story or on true stories? Multiple stories? These are multiple stories. So we're just gonna go right in and see what horror stories we will find. Whoa, this is a lot different than than Spokojno. I politely said goodbye to my student. I'm actually quite nice when I'm not ill. And closed all the locks on my front door. It was heavy, metal, and pick-proof, the first thing I bought at the new place. That's a lot of locks. What are you afraid of? Is that a security system too? Huh. And I'm pretty sure I'm nice when I'm not sick. I don't think anyone's ever nice when they're sick. I don't really like this part of town, so I had to make my home my castle. Yeah, you always gotta make your home your castle. You don't make your home your castle, you're just gonna think it's a dump. Man, that red shirt makes me keep thinking that like we're in a hotel and that's and he's a bellboy. Not really in the farthest suburb of Moscow, but the houses look like they're from the rough quarter of some country town. The residents weren't any less depressing either. It was like I went back to the tumultuous 90s. So we're in the 2000s, I assume then? Okay. But some time ago, my parents fell for the cheap housing. We only have one light? That's not a strong light, we should probably upgrade. So now on my return to motherland from a small European country, I moved into this dump. And look, I was right, it is a dump. Indeed, motherland was dull in comparison, but who said I couldn't decorate to my almost European taste? No one. This is quite funny though, because in Spokojno, people were just treating me like poop. And I was like, I'm gonna leave. And in this game, I'm not in the motherland anymore. Except laziness and low income. Then again, I'm not that lazy and I already started working on the income part. Found some students and started tutoring. Awesome! Good private tutor can be rather well off in Moscow. I gave today's student a practice exam instead of regular lessons. How did they do? They failed. Oh look, I was right, he failed. Wow, I'm just guessing everything correctly right now. He failed miserably, but I didn't let him get too upset and started to explain. Maybe you're not a good tutor. First of all, you should be happy that this wasn't the real exam. No. I mean, no, because I should be tutoring him to get ready for the exam. If he failed the exam, that means I didn't do a good job. Huh. Or that he just isn't studying, and that's not my fault. Second of all, now I can clearly see what he needs to be taught and can make adjustments to my plans of following lessons. And to top it off, this I didn't say aloud, I didn't expect anything else of a typical modern school's graduate. Oh. The thought of our reformed education made me grind my teeth and even start swearing. Oh. How could they turn the world's best schools into factories producing new generations of idiots? I don't know, you make sure you gotta ask them. When I was looking for students to tutor, I stopped by prep courses at universities and posed as an undergraduate applicant. Why not? I look young. It's easy to get lost in a crowd of potential clients. I mean they would probably know like who their students are. Huh. I went into the wrong classroom once and ended up joining a history class where one bright girl told us that Lenin was a czar. The scariest part was that only two people laughed, me and the teacher. Don't even get me started on my majors. Math and physics. Oh, the horror there. However, it's not that easy to destroy a whole nation's ability to think. There will always be people who want to learn but just need help. I hope to be aiding that noble cause. Good for you. Humans are capable of anything, except breathing in space. Especially of using the magic of redecoration to turn a crappy old apartment into a decent place for a young family. I may not be a magician yet, but I'm on the right track. You're gonna be a magician? Ooh. What if I'm not a specialist? I'm quite capable of hiring a couple of Europeans from Moldova and Ukraine for European-style home improvement, and of making sure that they make a nice home for me and my wife. What? Oh, people that, like build homes? Or improve the house? What are those called? They're not called home improvements, right? Which reminds me, it's time to call my sweetie and tell her that she can move in with me soon. She could have lived with me now, but Moscow hotels and rental apartments are a nightmare. With all that spending, it would be impossible to save up for renovations, whereas I can live even among building supplies. Moreover, the worker's fragile psyche will get less damage from seeing the boss in his underpants than it would from seeing a half-dressed young beauty. Why would she be dressed in a, be half-dressed when people are over? What? Why would someone... What? I wonder how she's doing. Why don't I call her now and find out? I don't know why, but talking to my wife didn't improve my mood. That's not good. Who knew we had such a strong connection? It's like in some chicklet. Chicklet? I felt depressed, up to the point of getting drunk, nestling in someone's shoulder and scalding it with my hot tears. You know that drinking makes you more depressed, right? Because alcohol is a depressant. The problem is, I don't drink and I don't have any friends with waterproof shoulders in Moscow. Yeah, that punching bag. There was also the option of zoning out in front of the idiot box, but I have even less respect for TV than alcohol. What TV? I don't see no TV. You mean the computer? That's a computer, sir. A bowl of steaming shit has more truth in it. It also causes less brain damage than radiation from all these television towers encrusting our giant inhabited island. I'm pretty sure it's not that dangerous. But if you live close to it, maybe. Speaking of that island, I recently ran into two schoolboys by the metro, both about 10 years old. One of them asked the other in astonishment, "Is the Earth really round?" I mean, they're 10. After his friend's affirmative response, he pointed at the sky. Does that mean that there are people up there too? I laughed then, but now it made me even sadder. What's wrong with this glorious country and these wonderful people? What are we coming to do? What are we turning into? They're 10. They're freaking 10. And on that not so cheerful thought, I started falling asleep, chanting, "It's going to be alright," like a mantra. That's a sad way to go to sleep. Wait, did I know that if the Earth was round when I was 10? Be younger? The hell was that? Female shriek came from next room, a dreadful scream full of pain and despair. I jumped out of bed like it was on fire. What the? I thought I was alone. My hair stood on end. What do you mean you thought you were alone? I mean, you're probably alone in your apartment. I never thought this phrase was so accurate. I tried to pull myself together and forcefully exhaled a couple of times. Calm down, Ivan. Oh, my name's Ivan. Be rational. There is no such thing as ghosts. You're a grown man. Do you perhaps live in an apartment where there are other people you can hear? Next door. What do people do in situations like this? Oh, I remember. They go to check what's going on. That's exactly what gets them killed in horror films. What? Now, cut your other arm. Holy crap, do I have an evil ghost in there? Did you leave the TV on? Finally, I managed to get a grip on myself, wipe the sweat off my forehead, and open the next room's door. Empty, but someone's voice came from somewhere below again. Freeze! Put your hands behind your head. This is the FBI. I'm pretty sure the TV's on. Damn, it's the neighbors watching TV on maximum volume. Oh, their TV. Oh, the neighbor's TV. The trembling wouldn't stop. I even came up to the mirror and checked for new gray strands in my hair. That's not how that works. Seemingly, there weren't any. Duh. My t-shirt was stuck to my back. Huh, you, sir, are a coward. No, it doesn't. This guy's supposed to be a tutor, right? It doesn't have any common sense. Just because, I mean, you heard a scream. I mean, of course, I'd be scared too. I'd be like, oh, shoot, what is that? I'm gonna get my trusty barbed wire bat under my bed that, people shouldn't know that I have that. No, I didn't say anything about that. And, you know, if you think about it, hearing female death cries from the next room when you're home alone is enough to justify the pile of bricks. Oh, so you started building a house in your bed. Enough. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You must be kidding. Apparently they've added even more volume. I grabbed the screwdriver and pounded on the battery. Come on, people, you're not alone in this building. It's almost midnight. Why'd you grab a screwdriver and pound it on the battery? What? I'll break the screwdriver if I keep this up. Why are you using a screwdriver? You just go donk 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 like that. What is this guy thinking? In vain for nothing. No reaction. I stomped and jumped down the floor a little bit. Then I tried pounding on the floor with the stool. And then you broke it. And I think I heard some noise. If they can't be serious, they hit the battery so I would stop making noise. I'm the one making noise. That's it. This is outrageous. I threw on a shirt and headed toward the front door. Time to meet my downstairs neighbors. What? Battery? What? I walked downstairs and faced the door of my noisy neighbors. Looks flimsy and their light is dim. It's imprinted with someone's dirty fingers and fly butts. Fly butts? I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm not here to read a book. The decorations are good enough to have an argument. I filled my lungs with air, reached for the doorbell and exhaled. No doorbell, only 2 barreled wires. Oh, of course, why fix the doorbell if you can just throw it away? Let the guests connect wires. Too bad I didn't think of bringing my rubber gloves. I touched the wire. It was so dirty that I once more regretted not bringing gloves. The unpleasant doorbell sounded behind the door and gunshots. Must be the FBI. I had to connect the wires twice more. Only then did I hear someone shuffling behind the door. The Judas hole. Blurred like the eye of a boiled perch went dark. Oh, your damn neighbor. Then I realized that the voice behind the door was utterly regretted being so harsh. I'm from the upstairs apartment, here to introduce myself. Wow, okay, I backed up. I heard a creaking sound which made me imagine someone unfolding a drawbridge to crush me. I even stepped back as if the door could really fall on me. Huh. Maybe she's going deaf. Maybe that's why the volume is really high. The creaking ended with a click. Damn, their lock is old. Probably as old as the apartment's owner. Oh, hello. A crack appeared in the door, just enough for the old lady in the most unkempt clothes to see me. What do you want? Hello, I'm your neighbor from upstairs, Ivan Naumov, and Naumov, are those your relatives living in this house? Yes, mine. What relatives? Our relatives? Those were actually the relatives that recommended this cheap housing to my parents. May I ask you a favor? Would it be too much trouble for you to turn down the television? Yeah, of course, will do. And slammed the door. Despite that rude gesture of hers, I felt much better. Yay! When I was stepping into my apartment, I even thought, be nice to people and they will... I've been shot! This damn... a person put a bullet in me. That was scary. Just to almost read. Ooh. I gotta start having a heart attack until I say, never say that. Never say that. I've never ever said that word either. And they will ignore you. I was still hoping that the granny hasn't reached the TV yet to turn down the volume. There she is walking down the corridor, scraping the linoleum with her brown felt slippers and holding onto the stained brown wallpaper. Why do I think everything's brown? Walking. How much longer can it take? Leave my partner, save yourself! And she decides to drop by the bathroom on the way. Like one Russian comedian said, being old is when you bend down to tie your shoelaces and try to think of what else you can do while you're down there. When I'm bending down, I'm pretty sure I'm just tying my shoelaces anyways. There's nothing else to, be down there for. What? Pick up a dookie? I'll shoot you! Alright, so the old lady peed and decides to poop and read the air freshener. Making so many excuses, huh? Studied every number of the barcode on an unopened roll of toilet paper. Went back to the air freshener to compare Kazakh text to Russian. Nah, old ladies probably don't do that. They don't have the eyesight for it. What is it they do then? I'll avenge you, brother! Looks like they sleep, and there's no better lullaby for old ladies than screams of foreign policemen. Now I thought I heard the drain. Was I right about the bathroom? Or am I lying to myself? I'll rip your heart out through your ass! Good job, policeman. Shit, that sounds serious. I wonder how our granny is doing. I hope she didn't actually rip something out of herself. What? I went to another room, then the bathroom, and finally went to the kitchen. Thank God that at least here I can't hear the screams and gunshots. I brewed some green tea, waited, poured out the bitter part, and made it again. What bitter part? Now I can drink it with cookies in peace and quiet. There, now I've had enough tea, and I'm stuffed with cookies. Time to go back to bed. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Great, now I have to listen to lullabies every night? No way! Now I can sleep. I went downstairs and connected the wires. Ooh! You can't see me in the Judas hole. Is it? I don't think it's called the Judas hole, is it? What? Or is she sclerotic? Sclerotic? Probably forgot all about our conversation. That must be why she didn't turn the volume down. It's Ivan. From upstairs. So she remembers. Would you do me a favor and turn down the television? Would that cause you too much trouble? Yeah, of course. I'll do it. I went home with a strong feeling of deja vu. I've been shot! What's this? Groundhog Day. Yes. I went straight to the kitchen and reached for a tea. Green tea always called me, but today it just wouldn't work for some reason. This is getting weird. Yellow slush beer is made with only natural ingredients. Pee! So I've heard. Like tampons will give you freedom of movement for the whole day. Oh, but don't forget about it when you sleep, because you can get shock from it. Oh no, what's that called? It's not shock. Well, it is shock. Your body's in shock. Oh, what's that called? Oh, yeah, it's not good to leave it in there. Oh, girls, don't leave it in there. I remember learning it from nursing. It's bad, very bad. Yeah, now I know what's keeping you from moving. The president of Rolandia talked to the president of Krakozia at a shirt sleeve meeting. Well, at least it wasn't pants sleeve. In these weeks or months, how long has this nightmare been going on? Seems like forever. I've turned into a guy that talks to the TV. The only difference is that I don't even have a TV. Whoa, does that mean this nightmare is me talking to the computer screen? But that's okay, I have neighbors downstairs. They always help me out and make their TV loud enough for me to hear anywhere in my apartment. Hearing is getting worse and worse. My students are close to leaving me, because it's impossible to work in these conditions. I don't get enough sleep. I am an early bird and my zombie neighbors are, from the look of it, night owls. Or you can buy earplugs. Oh, look at that idea. Relatives told me that the granny has a booze-head son, which brings home hoodlums and they drink together. Turns out he's going to be bothering me too soon. Like the old woman wasn't enough. Nothing helped. I even stopped going downstairs to talk to them. I just called their landline and asked them to stop ruining my life. The old woman's son, Valentin, picked up the other day. He barked and spit into the receiver. Is he an idiot? I mean, he spins to the receiver. Okay. All I could understand was swearing, so I put the phone down, seeing that a meaningful conversation wasn't going to happen. He couldn't call back. Their home phone doesn't show my mobile number. Judging by the ringing, I sometimes hear from downstairs their phones with a rotary dial. My phone call seems to have upset Valentine because the TV immediately got even louder than usual. That's when you call the police because, it's disturbing. Very disturbing. There is no point in exercising anymore. Morning exercise would do good for a healthy body, whereas my tired, exhausted from lack of sleep body would only suffer. No, it wouldn't. Talking to my wife brought me some comfort when her voice wasn't drowned out by the sounds of Granny's beloved action films and thrillers. Rather quickly, I realized that my neighbors and I won't get along. I need a new renovation concept, sound insulation, but the prices quickly changed my mind. Or earplugs. It's probably cheaper to bring materials from Saratov or something myself. As it turned out, even Saratov buys materials in Moscow, so buying materials there would be even more expensive. That option is off the table. I could choose cheaper materials and do basic sound insulation, but that won't help much. Considering the noise levels, I need a room in a room. Not really, you can really do it yourself. I actually looked into that, but I'm not gonna break down my walls to put insulation. That's a lot of work, and also I got my own wall that I made. Oh, that has some soundproof foam on it. Better too, another one for the living room. A couple days ago, I finally found a way to deal with my favorite TV viewers. It may not be perfect, it may be unethical to fight fire with fire, but some time ago, while surfing the internet, I came across an article by Sasha Kirchmeier, a steelworker from Kazakhstan. The not-so-funny story was about a guy whose neighbors kept pestering him with loud music. And then he went and shot him? It took place at a regular Soviet steel mill. Sasha lived in the residence half, a wooden temp house. His megalomaniac neighbors liked playing pop music videos at night. Therefore, they were keeping the exhausted from working at the mill, Sasha from sleeping. One day at lunch, one of his coworkers asked him why he looks like a raccoon. Lack of sleep? So he told him, damn music. His coworker replied with a solution. So dance. Oh. Okay, that's good. That's a good solution. At least he didn't go resort into murdering people. Why let the music go to waste? The 250-pound Sasha got embarrassed and didn't say anything. But the next day he looked better, and after some time even started to look great. When his coworkers asked him about it, he shyly told them that he really did dance. And heard the neighbor's china ringing. He got so into it that jumped off the table. The sound of vinyl scratching came from behind the wall, and then silence. They never turned on music again. It's almost too bad. I like dancing, admitted Sasha. I'm not sure what happened there. No, I didn't start dancing. I didn't even jump off the table. I'm twice lighter than Sasha, the steel worker anyway. I just stomped on the floor and turned music on when that didn't work. Loud enough to drown out the screams and gunshots. This time, I turned on Ravel, his cheesy but nonetheless brilliant bolero. Waited for the neighbors to start banging on the battery and turned the volume down. There, temporary truce. The mean granny turned it down too, and I had some time to prepare for my next tutoring session. This is getting weird. The doorbell had other plans. A police officer was standing at my door, his face bored and wrinkled like his uniform. That's what I said. I said to call the police. No, he didn't. Good day, Ivan Naumov, Gennady Petrovich, District Police Officer. Are you Naumov, Ivan? I am. Come in. Don't bother taking your shoes off. Why? Police boots are probably really dirty. They go everywhere. Ugh. Not that he was going to. Gennady Petrovich didn't even take the trouble to wipe the mud off his shoes. See? He peeked into both rooms, leaving muddy footprints. It said, I see, and went to the kitchen. There he sat on a stool and opened his folder. Why? Why is he doing this to me, to my house? I have a complaint from your neighbor, Citizen Vera. Suddenly he paused and listened. For a second moment, the expression of tiredness and indifference left his face. What's that noise? Bravo, Bolero. Gennady Petrovich looked at me like I'd spit him in the face. He even shook his head. Probably meant something like, see what freaks I have to deal with. According to the complaint, you're disturbing your neighbor's sleep by tying a weight to a rope. What? Lowering it and using the ladder to knock on the window below you. That's insane. The officer looked up from his papers. Why? For a second, his intonation made me think that he could be somewhat concerned by the situation. But his facial expression showed otherwise. His eyes were frankly saying, I'm so sick of it, this. I spent the next 30 minutes dragging him around my apartment and making him look for the weight. I took him out to the balcony, pointed at the old lady's windows and assured him that such thin glass won't live through being hit with an iron weight. I asked him to listen to the sounds coming from downstairs, but as luck would have it, the neighbors were dead silent. Judging by the look of indifference on the officer's face, he didn't believe me. See? Should have called the police first. After this phrase about how the old woman wouldn't lie and you're even trying to make it her fault, my teeth started grinding. Literally, just very quietly so Gennady Petrovich wouldn't hear. I had a feeling this by far wasn't his last visit. Why? Because you're gonna call him right. I was right. Complaints kept being filed against me one after the other. The unsuccessful and illogical weight was now some abstract heavy item. The most important thing was that this transformation satisfied the district police officer. He still saw me as a schizophrenic who's terrorizing an old woman by knocking on her window. So what if I was using something else? Why isn't he calling the officer? Why is he so dumb? While I think of it, what could I be using? Maybe I should pour some salt in a sock and see how that would sound. No, that'd be crazy. Well, at least it will justify the complaints. Plus, the granny will see what it's like in my shoes for a change. But I had no idea what to do about Valentin. That dimwit started calling my relatives and threatening to hire some men to break my legs. Great. It was even funny at first. I can imagine those menacing assassins, unsober and unshaven. There they were, cornering me in their alley, mumbling something in Valentin's voice and trying to hit my legs with pieces of pipes. But my relatives quickly got tired of his phone calls. I gave them my voice recorder, but pensioners are never good with electronic. Even if there are only 3 buttons, I ended up with the recording of a 2-hour discussion of the phone call that already happened. What? The conversation with Valentin wasn't recorded for some reason. I couldn't spend days sitting at their house with their voice recorder, but isn't there anything that can be done? Even if you or Ian, there are at least 2 ways out. I chuckled, imagining one of the ways. The unpleasant one looks like that's where I'm stuck. On the recording, my relatives finished discussing drunk Valentin and made the assumption that he wouldn't attack someone for no reason. Which means Vanya, that's me, pissed him off somehow. You too, Brutus. Correction, you too, Brutussus. What? I don't get it. I barely stopped my teeth from grinding. Meanwhile, my loving relatives decided that I was under the influence of my woman and started discussing what was wrong with my wife, whom they've never met. My wife isn't even here. I turned off the voice recorder and almost didn't notice raising my arm to smash against the wall. I've never seen myself so impulsive. You mean recorder as in like, your answering machine? Damn crazy neighbors, damn Moscow, damn country. Why do people here trust alcoholic troublemaking neighbors more than me, a non-smoking sober athlete and an educated, cultured teacher? Maybe that's the problem? If you're close to the alcoholic neighbor, they see him as one of them. What if we're related? I'm still well-dressed and well-spoken damn highbrow to them. Step back, get over it, love the TV of that neighbor. Drop your students and go work as a loader at the nearest grocery store. Start drinking and fighting. Become one of them. Don't stand out. Then they will accept you and stop hating and hounding. No. You're gonna stoop to their level? Stoop to their level to be accepted? I mean, you're not gonna do what you wanna do? Ugh, this guy. I almost thought that voice was real. I even glanced at the voice recorder. Off, but the voice didn't go anywhere. Oh, it's a drunk neighbor arguing in the kitchen below. Oh, okay. I cursed and went to my room. That's even worse than the TV. Turns out that being alone is hard. Feeling that nobody in the huge country cares about you. Even worse, everyone is against you. Neighbors, relatives, the police. Maybe I got the wrong country. Where are you, my great compatriots? Where is that country? Where are those people, the kindest, most educated and ethical people in the world? Who replaced you and why? Why is it when a person falls on the street from a heart attack or gets run over by a car, everyone takes out their phones and starts filming his agony? Yeah, that's horrible. That's very horrible. Show off on social networks. Look, my day was cooler. I don't think anyone wants to see a dead person or someone dying. That's horrible. When did people stop opening doors for ladies and old people and stop seating seats in transport? I still open doors for people. Why do young people talk about blood, shit, and fornication instead of scientific advances? Who made them think that that's what's important in life? Who do you talk to? Ivan, who do you talk to that only talks about this? I don't understand. Who do you hang out with? Television. I almost laughed out loud when a scream followed by gunshots came from downstairs. We are intentionally being dumbed down and convicted that it's cool to be a criminal, great to be an idiot, and normal to be a reprobate. Okay, what that is. Go on, live it up. No one will stop you from degrading and no one will force you. You will do it all on your own. You will turn into a stupid aggressive animal trying to steal your fellow being's peace while fighting him in the warm mud. Meanwhile, those you will never rise against will clip and milk you. Ew, don't milk me. The only thing that comes out is blood. Oh, that's what they meant. Stabbed. All because you're too busy to look up from your delicious acorns and truffles or whatever mushrooms grow in manure, and there will be nothing left to think with. Truffles are good, right? I never had truffles, but I mean, they're a delicacy. But no one eats acorns. Damn extremist, why am I even thinking about this? Damn television, it's not letting me be rational and infusing my soul with hate. Why does it affect everyone else differently? Could I be not that far from the truth? Screw it, I need music now. I want to forget about the sewer I ended up in at least for a couple of minutes. Is this music? What am I looking at? I was listening to music. I barely heard the doorbell, but the bang on the door was more distinct. I think I know who the cat dragged in. Of course, the drunk swearing coming from the staircase was in a voice I already heard in my kitchen. A police officer. Looks like Valentine, just like the district police officer, was enraged by classical music, which awoke this saliva-spewing demon. Who? I even felt like an exorcist or a warlock who summoned an evil spirit to our world. Ah! That was really fast. That was very scary. Like, I thought the door across would just like slowly open and then the figure slowly walked, but just zooped in. My first urge was to open the door and punch that sleazebag in the face, which made me somewhat ashamed of myself, so I paused. I stared at him through the Judas hole for a while until it hit me that this is a gift of fate. Really? I quickly called the police and told them that the drunk neighbor is trying to break into my apartment. What? Is this the guy downstairs? Now all I have to do is have a little patience and this gentleman will be taken to the precinct. This incident will prove me right too. The police were taking their time. The neighbor's voice was starting to hoarsen. He even had enough time to dig in the fuse box, shut off all electricity in my apartment, run home and return with a knife. What? What's he going to do with that? Stab my metal door? Stupid Jedi. Droid Dex would teach you a lesson. What? Where are they? By the way, I called them again just in case and warned them that our madman was carrying a cold weapon now. Told them to be careful. Looks like I was wasting my time provoking him by telling him to go home and watch TV. Now he tried to use the knife to pick my lock. Unfortunate, my favorite fools. But if he wants to pick that lock, he has to be impossibly stupid. He'll jam my lock and I'll have to have the door cut out. I need that like I need a hole in the head. I shot a little video of me trying to shoo away that idiot and warning him that I'll use pepper spray. What? Are you gonna open the door for this guy? I mean, I would not open this door for this guy. Use pepper spray. After which I really did open the door, let out a squirt of pepper spray. Right into his drunk mustache face. Why not? I'd have to be dumber than he is to fight a drunk madman with a knife. I called the police again and warned them about the gas tank on my floor. Told them to take him at his place and that I will mail them the video and my complaint. Something's fishy. I was hoping that they would keep him in the slam for at least a day, but they set him free surprisingly quick. I didn't even have time to relax. Oh god, what did I do now? I did nothing wrong. On the following day, the district police officer came with a new complaint against me. Andy Petrovich had a very judgmental look in his eye, even though his eyes still had much more boredom and indifference. Well, I'm gonna end the episode here. Because, wow, this is long. I mean, it's a visual novel, so I bet it's gonna be long. But wow, I thought there was actually gonna be, be some plot. But apparently the plot was that I thought there's a horror story. Guess the plot is just neighbors are rude and drunk guy and everyone's against me. Anyways, this is Russian Horror Story. If you guys enjoyed it or like it, then check the game for yourself down below in the descriptions. So thank you everybody for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching Russian Horror Story, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Come on, just grow. You'll be the big guy of the neighborhood. Well, I mean, the way you said it like that, I'm gonna say no.